defense is just so explosive. But the secondary reason, Jackson Smith-Njigba has not been in the game plan, so C.J. Stroud has had to divvy the ball up to different wide receivers. They've all had chances so far this season.
Yeah, no word on when Jackson Smith-Njigba may return, battling that left hamstring injury from all the way back in week 1 against Notre Dame. But such is the case at Ohio State, where you can lose the guy who last year had a Big Ten record, 1,600 receiving yards and 95 catches, and your offense is still this explosive.
I mean, Brian Hartline's done a heck of a job recruiting and developing that group.
Yeah, tremendous wide receivers coach. Doesn't hurt to get the top receiver in every class seemingly every year. And Cruikshank on the return. And down near about the 24. Mayhem moment brought to you by Allstate. Mayan Williams.
Short run by him, but just look at the finish of that play, the physicality. I told you, running backs like Mayan Williams seek contact. It's demoralizing as a defender.
A Mack truck running into Elijah Mack there for our mayhem moment, brought to you by Allstate. We'll see if he gets brought back onto the field to try to tie the school record. But his afternoon may be done. Simon nowhere near, threw that over the head of Chris Long, second down. Simon came in 2020, redshirted, didn't play. Last year, 6 games off the bench in mop-up duty, backing up Noah Vedral, and now getting his 3rd career start here due to the injuries in the quarterback room. Was Mr. Pennsylvania football back in 2019. He's out of Mount Joy, Pennsylvania. And he's got a 2nd and 10. That time complete. Chambers with another tackle as he rallies to knock out the tight end Langan. Chambers, by the way, after that last tackle, has 11, including 8 solo stops today for this Buckeye defense. Inside of 30 seconds left in the 3rd. Simon hit as he throws. It's intercepted. And it's still Chambers. He's got 11 tackles. Now he's got a pick. The former running back doing it all today for Ohio State's defense.
You're going to see this coverage out of Ohio State. They're just dropping guys out, and it creates indecision on behalf of the quarterback. Now, I know there was contact with the pressure there, but these guys just make Simon hold it for another beat. And it allows this pass rush to get up on the quarterback. You don't always have to get a sack. Big Zach Harrison getting a paw up there, and you create a turnover. Really good team defense.
Yeah, Chambers with a pick, but that was a pretty easy one thanks to Zach Harrison. So now the ball goes back to Ohio State and C.J. Stroud. And Stroud trying to get to the end zone. Looking for Harrison again. He overshoots him. There is a flag, though, and I think we're going to get interference on Rutgers.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. The ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Penalty on Kassan Abraham.
Yeah, I keep going back to it. It's the hardest thing when you're going against talent like Ohio State has. But you see the grab right there on the nameplate. Certainly slowed Harrison Jr. down right there. Again, goes back to fundamentals. Doesn't matter who you're lined up against. You have to play it the way that you're coached. I know that's not what this Rutgers staff is teaching these guys. Difficult, but really have to settle down in solo coverage.
13 seconds left in the 3rd here. Handoff. And Williams, not a whole lot there, 2 yards. And that will wind us down to the end of the third. Ohio State looking for their 9th consecutive win over the Scarlet Knights.
Auto Owners insures your car, because sometimes something from out of left field can literally come from out of left field. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
We do more. We step up, stand out, break rules, and spark revolutions. We save lives, we give life, and we get right back to work. We deliver, no, we over-deliver, and we make it look easy. We ball, boss up, shatter records and ceilings and expectations, and at the end of all that,
we still end up with less.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Wherever we come from, we all have one thing in common. We all want the incredible new iPhone 14 Pro. Now at T-Mobile. T-Mobile gives you Apple TV Plus included. So watch your favorite Apple originals on the most advanced smartphone display ever. Get iPhone 14 Pro on us with Apple TV Plus included. Now at T-Mobile.
You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Football on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. This is just tremendous.
I hope everybody signed their waivers. I mean, they were hitting out there.
Yeah, cell phone flew out. Eventually somebody lost a shoe. And I don't know if that guy was involved, but he's having a good time.
Oh, yeah, they're partying out here.
And enjoying a 42-10 lead as we march on to the fourth quarter. Ohio State 200 yards on the ground. Obviously, most of those to Mayan Williams. He's got 187. Second and goal. Stroud. And it's dropped. Well, there's another flag. Melton was called a little bit ago for interference on Harrison Jr. We may have the same thing.
Take a look at this here. Yeah, he's early. He wraps him up.
Be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
And, you know, these back shoulder throws, though, for a defender are so hard. You feel like you're in good coverage. Next thing you know, you turn around. Guys coming back to the football. It's almost impossible to defend. Sound like a crotchety old former defensive player, but the back shoulder throw is certainly difficult.
You know, you're just a crotchety young former defensive player.
I will take that.
From the 2-yard line, Williams gets the handoff, and he's in. 5 touchdowns, tying the program record. No Travion Henderson today, no problem.
No, I mean, he's done it every way. He's gotten the tough runs downhill inside. He had the long touchdown run where he showed off some of his speed. I mean, the way that Mayan Williams has developed is something to marvel at. Got to give some credit to Tony Alford, to the running back coach here. Done a really good job with him.
Yeah, Tony Alford, tremendous. A flag comes in here on the extra point. I asked Ryan Day, I said, how do you figure out who gets the carries between Williams and Henderson?
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, kicking team number 77, his first of the game. 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Timeout.
But Ryan Day said, well, Tony Alford decides that. Today he hasn't had to decide because there's no Henderson. Williams has stolen the show.
Is it too early to start celebrating Halloween? Well, if you're celebrating by eating Reese's, then no. You're actually late. Not sorry, Reese's.
This is a 12-day-old plant of corn. It's not battery-powered, and definitely no heated leather seats. Why compare a young plant of corn to an electric vehicle? They're both vital in our fight against climate change. But less than 2% of vehicles on the road today are electric, reducing 46% of carbon emissions compared to gasoline, and producing clean-burning ethanol. Corn ethanol is the climate solution we need now, because 30 years might be too late.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We are mighty! Annoying. Go. Thanks, Mom. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate.
Ooh, DQ chicken strip basket? I want in on that. House-made Hidden Valley Ranch, fries, Texas toast, and DQ chicken strips. Let's go now. Or let's get delivery at DQ.com.
5-Hour Energy, because it's time for some exercise with your best friend, of course, and he can go a long time. So you're going to need some energy, lots of energy. 5-Hour Energy for every adventure together.
On the banks of the Raritan, the gears of progress turn. Powered by a willingness to stand for what's right, by gaining ground in the race of our lifetime, and by ensuring every step we take includes our responsibility to the future. Wherever the human race moves forward, you can be sure there's someone there, pushing, learning, persevering, because progress isn't just made, it's earned.
So Mayan Williams, first since '84, only the third Buckeye ever with 5 rushing touchdowns.
It's been an impressive day. I mean, he had to shoulder the load too. His running mate wasn't out there. Didn't affect him one bit.
He came in averaging over 7 yards a carry, which was 8th best in the country. And so far today, he's averaging 9 yards a carry. Because of the penalty, that backs the Buckeyes to the 20 for the kickoff. So an opportunity here in the return game. And taken off the bounce by Youngblood. And he'll get it out to the 49. You know, earlier I talked about how Greg Schiano hasn't been happy with the penalties that Rutgers has had this year. And today they have 10 first downs and 10 penalties.
It's a tough day. I mean, attribute a lot of that to what they're seeing out of Ohio State. He talked about the challenges that his team was going to face, personnel, and what they can do philosophically, but also from a discipline standpoint. With some of the more veteran players, at least, you expect them to be able to handle the moment a little bit better, so they'll be able to teach off of that for sure.
Simon hands to Brown. And a short gain for Brown. Look who's there to wrap him up, Steele Chambers. He's been all over the place today.
Yeah, a lot of talk about Tommy Eichenberg coming into this one, but Steele Chambers is showing why he is one of the top linebackers in this conference. You see the closing speed, but also give him a chance. Let him get his hands on the football, and he will make a game-changing play. This guy's really coming along. Jim Knowles talked about how he hadn't really seen the top end of what Steele Chambers can do, and he's showing that today.
Native of Roswell, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. And his 4th season as a Buckeye and a breakout season so far for number 22. Now on 2nd and 7, Simon. He's been off on some throws today, missing there again to Langan.
You see some of those inconsistencies pop up with Simon. I was doing the tape breakdown and I mentioned how he's got a quick release and can get the ball out of his hands, but when he struggles to set his feet confidently, the ball will sail. So from a mechanic standpoint, it's a guy who's got to focus on the lower body, making sure that he's set and then get through that progression, but always restabilizing that lower body so you can get some more zip on the ball.
So 3rd down, but you got to figure they're working with 4-down territory here.
I think everything's 4-down territory from here on out.
Pocket clean, but he slides left to Simon and incomplete. Flag does come out. Back around where Simon threw the football.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 92. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Well, that's on the young freshman, Caden Curry.
And I talked earlier about, as a defender, understanding that line of when you can finish a play and when you have to pull up. That was certainly one where you want to see him pull back, a younger player, so this is a teaching moment. But now you're giving Rutgers more life on this drive.
They really have high hopes for number 92. 4-star talent from Center Grove outside of Indianapolis. Had offers from Alabama. Also considered going to Indiana. A lot of ties to that program where he grew up just an hour from there. Handing it off, and Langan is knocked down in the backfield. That's Stokes.
That's a huge play out of Kai Stokes, and we came here for the spring game. He was one of the guys that really flashed, and now with the thinness of this secondary for Ohio State, he's getting some opportunities. Flip it to a week ago against Wisconsin. He had a misfit, led to a big run for the Badgers, but you see him out here with that confidence to respond. That's a huge hit on a very good player.
Loss of 3. 5th tackle for loss today by this Buckeye defense. Flag flipped to the outside to Chris Long, and Long is brought to the ground by Josh Proctor.
Illegal formation, more than 4 players in the backfield. Offense, 5-yard penalty. No, the penalties decline. 3rd down.
Third and 14. We talked about how important Johnny Langan would be, and they haven't really been able to get him involved. Only 19 scrimmage yards for him today.
And they tried to utilize him in the backfield out of the Wildcat. He's had some targets that haven't gotten to him. You know, and he was the one guy I felt like gave them a real edge in their offensive game plan.
Ohio State's really neutralized him. They've also neutralized Evan Simon. And Simon's going to step out of bounds shy of the 30, and that's going to bring up a 4th and long. And I think if you're Greg Schiano, again, look, you're not going to win this game, but why not go for it here?
Yeah, field goal does you no good. I mean, you know, I know Greg Schiano personally, he doesn't believe in moral victory. He's got to get these guys going.
Simon over the middle, and that pass is broken up. There is no flag. They were trying to get it to Langan, but could not.
Timeout on the field.
Greg Schiano thought there should have been a flag. But another turnover on downs. Safety Josh Proctor was the one who broke it up.
an urgent Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Hurry! It's almost kickoff. I am. Oh, they logged me out! What's the password?
Okay, it's P23XR
Dude, the caps lock is on! How much time we got?
I missed basic cable.
Here we go. Almost there. Almost there. Oh no, I got the spinning wheel.
Fanstown by Dr. Pepper.
This commercial. Game hasn't started. They play these too much.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Oh, surprised to see you here. How's your head?
All good, man.
Advil targets pain at the source. When pain comes for you, come back fast with Advil liquid gels.
Restructured pork patty. Arby's real country style rib sandwich. Arby's, we have the meats.
Crack windshield? Trust Safelite. When my last customer had auto glass damage, he couldn't believe it. But he knew just what to do and scheduled at Safelite.com in just a few clicks. We came right to his home and fixed it with a replacement worth cheering about. How'd we do? Safelite, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
Football, beer, wings. Yes. Boneless wings on pizza. TVs, overtime, wings on pizza. Sauce, friends, wings on pizza. Wings, pizza, pizza, wings, wings, beer, and now pizza! B-Dubs is the only place for football.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Ohio State's upcoming schedule brought to you by Fubo. Well, Joshua, can anybody on this list hang with the Buckeyes?
Penn State has been trending in the right direction. Run game has looked much better than it did a year ago. That would be a team that Ohio State should look out for. The rest of them have issues that they're still sorting through at this point in the season.
Got the backups in there now. Kyle McCord, backup quarterback, turns around and hands it to the freshman Dallin Hayden. 4-star top 25 running back, in McCord. In his second year has had mop-up duty the last 3 weeks, and he gets it again here today.
Joshua, not giving much credit there to Maryland, who played even with Michigan for 59 minutes and 54 seconds last week. Remember, the Terps mupped the opening kickoff. Michigan scored in the very first play. And then it was 27 each the rest of the way. Maryland appears to have the game in control against Michigan State today. Very winnable games at home next week against Purdue on Big Ten Network. Then against Indiana. Maryland could very well be 6-1. The defense is much improved. Talia Tagovailoa playing at an all Big Ten, if not all-American caliber level. I think this Maryland team is a scary, scary team, especially the way that they can score points for everybody in the Big Ten East right now.
Now they will be after the Indiana game, November 19th. Yeah, you mentioned Tagovailoa and the receivers that Tagovailoa has to throw to. That is a dangerous offense.
Dangerous offense. They've made improvements on defense as well. Those last